can't lie. I'm fanboying right now, though.
Nah.
You know why I'm fanboying, yeah? It's because, bro, you know you're my morning routine, bro. Like, you're on pause, innit? But, bro, you're my morning routine, bro. Yeah, Chafford.
That's still good.
Yeah, I can look there.
Yeah.
My only issue is because I got to be at work first train in the morning, so it's got to be reliable.
Yeah.
So I even start looking at
C2C is the worst.
Is it the worst?
It's the worst.
Is it the worst?
It's the worst line.
Is it the worst?
It's not the worst.
I live in Crayford, so Dartford side.
Yeah.
Southeastern, I've never experienced.
So
a problem.
Southeastern's good, yeah.
Southeastern,
I'm looking at Dartford as well. I'm looking from Green Height all the way to
Hatton.
I can't lie.
Swanscombe.
I live Northfleet, so I'm between
Northfleet, yeah.
Gravesend and Swanscombe.
Okay.
It's calm. It's a good area.
Yeah.
The house area bits are nice,
Okay.
and I'd recommend. It's just that bridge. But if you haven't got
bridge,
nothing over that bridge, then fairs, you're good.
Yeah.
But I guess because you're getting first train, I think every train line will be calm because it's like it's first train, isn't
The
it?
problem is when that first train stops, what's your option? Because now when this first train stops, worst comes to worst, I can get Uber.
Wait, what's
if
your
you want to
train-
start, we
what's-
can grab this. Whatever.
No, it's calm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
let's go. What's your train line?
Elizabeth.
Oh, so you're calm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but so
Elizabeth.
now where do I move to? Because if I want to stay in the area, it's pricey.
Yeah.
Elizabeth line is kind of comfy though. I like Elizabeth line.
It's
Yeah,
comfy.
Elizabeth
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got
comfy,
AC, like.
Because the thing, I would say, if you want to stay Elizabeth line, there's still like Brentwood.
Brentwood, yeah, and then you're moving out.
But then that's a bit.
I don't really
and
like
more
Brentwood
expensive.
though.
Why?
I don't know, like it's a bit like chavvy
Bro.
though.
Is that?
Wait, it's a bit what? It's a bit what?
Brentwood's a bit chavvy though.
Chavvy?
Yeah,
No,
some
but
sides.
some of the areas, it's like, it's bougie
Nah,
though.
man, there's a lot of like,
It
yeah.
I
is
think
chavvy
it's
though.
still
It's not
little
what it
Brentwood.
used to be.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be. Like
I
when
do
I was in
little
school and
Brentwood.
they used to talk about Brentwood, it used to be like uptown,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Brentwood, like
Now
if I
it's-
land here in life, I made it. sort of thing.
Yeah. But now it's like a bit like country spotty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Now
can
it's like a
understand
bit.
that. It
yeah.
depends on the area there though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because when I've driven through and I see some of the cribs,
It's
I'm like,
nice
ooh,
though.
it's
But
nice.
I think
the
there's
houses
just
are
two
nice.
sides.
But
There's
then
two sides.
at the same
There is,
time,
yeah.
it's like, you see there's houses here, like, okay, my pocket doesn't give me that kind of
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
So,
Well, it will
Exactly.
though. God
yeah,
willing,
God
man.
willing, Sha.
Amen.
God willing.
Yeah.
But no fairs. But yeah, I'd definitely look into Gravesend side.
Yeah.
I'd definitely.
What does your missus want? Does she want to stay? Because that's a big decision.
I
as well.
know.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I spoke to a man the other day and he was like, the most important thing was his wife being comfortable wherever they move.
That's me.
And I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's true. Because I've already moved her from west to east. So she's from west.
Okay. Are you from East?
And I'm from east. Well, Essex. I grew up in Dagenham.
Oh, you got
Okay,
that?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
fair,
yeah,
fair,
yeah.
Grew up in
fair.
Dagenham. So we moved in. We was with my parents and then we got our place in Harold Hill, Romford.
Mhm.
So she's already away from what she knows.
Yeah,
So now I
West.
need to take her to deeper Essex.
No, but the
Yeah.
West is far though, man.
How did you transition? Because that's exactly what happened to me. So
Yeah.
obviously my wife is from South.
Mhm.
I'm from Essex, yeah. So she was gonna move to Essex, and then like she was just like, she doesn't like you're moving me from Essex. Like you
Yeah.
guys' shops close at like 9.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you get me?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
she was
yeah,
just,
yeah.
and then I was like, cool. Let's find a place where we're both comfortable. So we live
Okay.
in Crayford, which is like we basically live in the middle of Erith and the middle of Dartford.
Dartford, okay.
So you're still on like that south, so it's still
Yeah.
quite familiar. And to me, I'm like, I'm out of my comfort zone because like
Yeah.
Do you know
I was
what's
just
so
making
funny?
you happy.
When we first moved, I wanted to move south of the river because it's like, all I know is Dagenham. I
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
school in Romford.
Yeah,
Like, I want to experience something new. So
Yeah.
we
Wait,
looked,
what's going on for? Is it like Campion
St.
or
Edwards.
something? Okay, first.
Yeah, it was a Church of England school.
Mhm.
So I wanted to move south. We looked everywhere: Dartford,
Yeah.
Crayford,
Yeah.
Greenhive.
Mhm.
We put offers in Greenhive. I thought like, we found our place, and then it just happened to land in Romford.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the opportunity
Yeah.
came.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No, fair.
How has she dealt with like moving? Because west to east, Essex
West
is
is West to
it's-
Essex is crazy.
it's so
but then
different.
what
It's
is in
different.
West though? What is in
But
West?
it's not even about what is there. I
Like,
think it's
what
just where
is
you've
West?
grown up, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
I hear it.
Like I was telling her, in my school there wasn't really a lot of Asian people,
yeah.
but in her school there was bare. It was like so multicultural.
Yeah.
But I thought my school was diverse. I was like,
yeah.
yeah, we didn't really have a lot
I'm not
of.
gonna lie, we had because I lived in Barking. So
Okay,
I
yeah,
grew
yeah.
up in East. So I was born like Newham, lived
Okay.
in Barking, lived in Forest Gate. But when I was in Barking, normal is there might have been like 3 white people in my class.
Yeah,
and the rest
Barking's
was, like,
different.
black and Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard
Barking's
it.
different. I went primary school in Barking. I went St. Margaret's.
I went to Margaret's.
Did you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, how old are you?
28.
So we must have crossed over.
Wait, how old are you?
30.
Definitely.
but-
Was
because
that St. Mark's at the same
Yeah,
time?
we were
Yeah.
at the same
You
time.
went to St. Margaret's?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm from East London.
I
yeah,
went,
Stratford.
I went to St. Margaret's so I went to St. Joseph's, so you know St.
yeah,
Joseph's
yeah.
nursery.
Yeah.
Then I went to Ripple Road
Yeah.
until year 2. Then from year 2 to year 5, I was in St. Margaret's.
St. Margaret's.
So when I was year 2, you probably was year 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So
That's
you probably
so
there at the
crazy.
same time.
Small world, innit?
Small
Yeah,
world.
small world,
yeah.
She's like, bros.
Yeah.
Don't kill me.
but yeah, let's get into
Yeah.
it.
Cool.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Don't Tell My Wife podcast. Here with
Yes.
one of your hosts, Tonye.
It's your boy Ken.
And yeah, man, we've got a very, very special
big
guest
guest,
in the building.
man.
Big guest in
Ah,
the
I
building.
can't lie, I'm fanboying right now, though.
Ah,
You know why? You know why I'm fanboying, yeah? It's because, bro, you know you're my morning routine, bro. Like you're on pause, innit? But bro, you're my morning routine, bro. So I'm fanboying still.
No, that's
Yeah,
it,
man.
No, yeah, but obviously, yeah, we've got Rob Bruce in the
Come
building.
on, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Come on, man. Thanks for
thank
coming,
you, man.
bro.
Thank you.
Nah, your
man.
pod has got me through some times.
Is it? I appreciate it,
It's
man.
so needed. It's so needed, honestly.
So that's why we're here, man.
Yeah. Like, I'm always trying to explain the pod to my wife, and I'm like, actually, you know what? This one's not even for you.
It's not even-
Let me just have this one on the
Yeah.
side.
But yeah, but no, we try off, bro. Marriage and kids, bro. You know how it is, bro.
But you know, it's funny because, like, our biggest listeners are women, you know?
yeah.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
Because they're nosy, bro.
They're
wanna
nosy.
know
They're always
the
in men's business, like.
You know, business. But we appreciate.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We love you guys, man.
Yeah, man. We love
Yeah,
you
man.
guys. But yeah, how's your week been, bro? Tell her.
Week has been proper busy
Mm.
this week, actually, from a radio perspective, to be fair, because we had lots of big guests this week,
Mhm.
which is really, really cool. We interviewed Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz,
Ooh.
which was
yeah.
some of these ones that I'd never even expected from my own life.
Mm.
Mhm.
I didn't even have the ambition to,
Yeah.
sort of thing. We had India Polak
Okay.
from Love Island. She's
Mhm.
now hosting the Mobos.
Yeah.
We had a girl called Fizz Martins, who's Finance
Oh,
Matters
Fizz,
UK.
yeah. She's from
good.
this
Yeah.
side
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
Really, really good. Like,
Yeah.
gave some good sound advice.
Wow.
And then we had the guy from The Night Agent. Do you know that one on Netflix?
Night
I
Agent.
saw
Oh.
your story, and then I saw it was out. Is it
Yeah,
out
and it's
now?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one lead actor from a Netflix show, which was nice because a diverse range of
Yeah.
guests and stuff, but then just getting to work and then coming back
Yeah.
home to my family.
You know when you said like, obviously you spoke to like Jamie Foxx and stuff. Yeah, like what's it like?
Yeah, like,
interviewing,
are you like a
celebrities,
fanboy? Like,
like, do you get a bit nervous before you meet them?
do you know what? The nerves are sort of gone.
Mm.
If I get nervous about anything, it's like for me doing this interview is some people's gateway into these people's lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I just want to serve them well. And that's
Yeah.
where I'll get
Yeah.
down or get nervous about, like, if I haven't done them justice.
Mm.
Okay.
But in terms of the people, it's strange. I don't really get nervous.
no
you know?
fair.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
If say someone like LeBron James or something came on this pod,
Mhm.
I'd be shaking. That's my goal, man.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
You know that saying where it's like you don't want to meet like your heroes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Is it like you meet certain people and it's like, wow, like you're a bit of like a waste man level, like.
I think it's hard, especially with people that work in the media or
Mhm.
you're always your best foot forward, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we see from them is probably the best version of themselves
Yeah.
more time.
Mhm.
And they might just not have that day with you.
Yeah.
So it's unfair to judge them, but at the same time, this was the one time I met you and this was my
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So sometimes, don't be your idols, man. Don't
Yeah.
Because there's one time with me, obviously, sorry I'm digressing.
Yeah.
But I must have met one of my favorite rappers at the time. Yeah.
Mhm.
I won't say this. I'll say the name, but we'll bleep it out.
No,
I'll bleep it out.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
bleep it out. But
Mhm.
that's maybe why when Fig was here
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was like championing him, I said, dead. So imagine, yeah. I used to pop a little
Yeah,
to him.
yeah.
And then I was like, you take it. Like, can I get a pic? Can I get a pic? He looked at me, kissed his teeth, just walked off. I said, Bro, I said, from that day, I am not listening to
Off
you
the playlist.
again.
No, but you caught him at a wrong day.
I
It's
think
a
I
wrong
did.
day.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Real nice.
I think I
That's
put my
so
man
sad.
there, but that was bare funny,
That's
though.
so
No, that's
sad,
good,
man.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me, my week was good, man. Like, I can't complain. Like, I've had a good week, just obviously
Yeah.
family work. Yeah, it's been a calm week, obviously in the gym. So, yeah, man.
What's Jim saying? How's it going? I'm hearing no more biggie, innit?
Yeah, no, listen, the last year, big
No,
week-
I'm with you. I'm
Nah,
with you.
I said it last week. Like, I've been like, I feel like there's something that's clicked in my head. Like I'm like, okay, no more laziness. Because before it was just lazy or comfortable. Like, but now it's like, nah, like I need to. Because even like health reasons, like, you know, sometimes when you're climbing stairs, your heart is just
It's too
like,
high. It's too
bro,
high.
I'm thinking, I even get embarrassed. Like I'm like, bro, like I shouldn't be feeling like this. Like,
yeah.
because there was one time, I was in the gym the other day. I must have been doing Stairmaster, and I finished Stairmaster and I went to cross trainer. The way my heart was beating, I said, nah, this is too far. Like, nah, man. But I feel like now it's like there's a click in my mind where I'm just
I'm
like,
with you.
I
I'm
need
with you.
to, man. Because dad is so, as a dad, it's so easy to fall off.
Yeah.
So
Like,
easy.
it's so easy.
And especially more time you've got to be at home and you're helping out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, it clicked when my son's getting heavier. And I'm having to carry him up the stairs. And you're getting to the top of the stairs. You're telling him, yo, 1 minute. We're going to the bedroom, just 1 minute. Or just play with something you're not meant to play with right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this is not on because we're meant to be in our prime, guys. We're meant to be in our
We're meant
prime.
to be chasing them faster than them.
Trust me.
Bro.
Nah, it's not on. So I'm with you in the gym. I'm with
I
you.
heard that. Even certain clothes, like, because there was one day I had to interview, yeah, and bro, my trouser. I was like, wait, I was wearing this like 5 months ago. Like, what happened? Like, you know how suits, yeah, with suits, when you add weight,
suits are humble.
it's crazy because your clothes, you will still fit your clothes.
Yeah.
But with like a suit,
Yeah,
it's like,
humble
wow,
you still.
like,
We'll show you.
Yeah,
We'll show you.
show
Go
you.
from slim
show
fit
you
to
what-
regular, real
bro,
quick.
boot cut, nah,
Yeah.
straight fit.
Let me breathe. Let the leg breathe a bit.
Like, even now, my wife hates it when I wear jeans, you know.
Is it?
Because she's like, Kayla, why is your jeans so tight? Hey, it's not easy, man.
No,
It's not easy. What about you? How's your week been?
Nah, my week's been okay. You know, I'm still on parental leave, innit?
Mhm.
Bro, as you would know, bro, it's something.
Steve, how you coping? How you doing?
Bro, I'm just running on vibes, you know. Like, it's just vibes and perseverance, but it's a bit peak still. So obviously Malachi goes to nursery, so he's caught a cold as they all do. Came back and he's giving it to Amari, and Amari's like, what, 3 weeks old? I'm like, bro, you got a snotty nose and you're struggling to inhale at 3 weeks old. Like, what kind of life is this? So because Malachi, when he went to nursery from when he was 1. So he didn't really, and he was born in May, so he didn't really have to go through the whole having cold situation when he was a newborn because he was a summer baby. But obviously, Amari's a winter baby, and now you've already came and given him something. So yeah, we're just everyone's ill in my house except for me, and yeah, I'm just there, man.
Us, man,
I'm just
standing.
there. Yeah,
It's so funny because with the first one, you're always like extra protective.
yeah,
If you're coughing, don't even come visit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And then with the second one, you realize I can't actually protect you
You
because
can't.
my boy, same nursery. My daughter, she was ill from early.
Yeah.
One time she had conjunctivitis. I said, "Oh,
yeah.
you're too small for all of this,
Bro,
man."
and it's sad because when I see Amari struggling to like proper snotty and everything like that, I'm like, bro, I said I'd take this from you if I could.
Trust me.
If I could, I'd take this, you know. But
Did you guys do the thing where like you suck their nose, you suck their like?
Nah,
the
we've
phlegm?
got it's like a freedom baby thing where you can do it.
Is it? And does it work?
No, it works actually. It actually
Yeah.
works. And then for Malachi, we had like a suction cup thing,
Okay.
which worked really well. But he hates it. Like he would start screaming. But my mum, she would just take him
Quick.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
yeah.
That's,
Is it?
I wish I had that kind of
Yeah.
perseverance as
Yeah.
Ash, but hey, man.
Wait, what country are you from? Man?
Ghana.
Oh, you're Ghana.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I done it once. I was like, yeah, never again.
I think when I have to, I will.
man.
When I have to, I will. But convenience-wise, I'll
Yeah.
go and look for something to help me.
Yeah,
innit?
I heard that.
So you know what I mean.
I
But
heard
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mm.
So we do this thing called Song of the Week every week, yeah. And our playlist is like a little bit of a gospel playlist with different artists. So if you have something, then feel free to add. But we're also doing another thing because obviously you're on radio and you listen to music a lot. What artists have you been listening to recently? And you know, anyone that you want to plug?
What I plug today? I think my most recent favorite song is from an artist called Kadiata. It's called Platonic.
Okay.
And that's just nice. Like I like a lot of underground music and stuff. And then obviously the radio music.
Yeah.
Who can I shout out? Central C just dropped his album.
Yeah.
Got some really good songs on there. Like,
You know, it's funny. I knew you was gonna say him. You know.
yeah.
But I didn't know if it was gonna be like not a PR answer, but like because obviously he's reigning right now, isn't it?
Yeah. He's dude. I think it's so hard because sometimes when we see people get so big, we can disconnect from them. But also sometimes you got to recognize when someone's actually done a madness.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he's actually done a madness. So
Yeah.
big him up. Other than that, on the gospel side of stuff, what am I listening to a lot now? I listen to a lot of Maverick City. You know
Okay.
that?
Yeah,
That
fair.
worship
Yeah,
group,
yeah.
Listen to a lot of Maverick City. I think they're carrying me through at the moment. They are carrying me through, yeah. So I'm saying.
Question: if you're not allowed to talk about this, we'll cut it out.
Yeah.
But you see, with like being a radio presenter, do you get to like pick the songs?
Oh,
Like,
no.
Do you? It's
Yeah.
given.
Unless you have a specialist show.
Okay.
So before I was doing the breakfast show, I used to have a specialist show and we'll get to pick the songs and do some spot plays and mixes and stuff. But on the breakfast show, for most places, you got a music team that sorts it all out.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they program it all.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can make suggestions and stuff
Yeah.
just to make sure they're across everything. But
Yeah.
nah, not on the breakfast show.
Yeah.
Especially not on commercial radio as well.
Mm,
And
okay.
I'm on the
Cool.
commercial side
Yeah.
of things. So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But my song of the week, this artist called Called Out Music, and the song that I've got is Found in You. Called Out Music.
Okay, fairs. And I've got, I think it's called Strawberry Worship by Uninvited. I think it was one of the girls from Flatmates that done it, but that one's a really good song and I liked it. So yeah, if that's not added, definitely add it. But yeah, I was even gonna ask. So obviously, being on radio, and obviously, so Central C's just dropped. So have you listened to the album?
yeah, I listened to it this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This morning.
yeah.
Did you listen to it on air as well? Or-
They played some songs on air, but I just wanted to see what he was saying. So I
Yeah.
listened to it on my way coming in. But there's no like obligation to
Okay.
or anything like that. Because most of the time with radio, you gotta remember, like, everyone listening, they're not specialist music fans like that. So they might not even know what an artist looks like, but they'll just hear the song on the radio.
Yeah.
And then some of us, like myself, are music lovers. We like to see when people drop and what they're saying on the
Yeah,
album,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they improved since the last
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff like that. So my group chats are going crazy today.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
What-
I need to listen to it.
Yeah.
still.
What kind of opinion are you getting from that album though?
From the album, everyone's saying like, yeah, he done his thing. He done his thing.
I need to finish it. I listened to
What
that
have you
half.
listened? Yeah, what do you think? What do
I've
you
listened
think?
to half. It's like, I think it's maybe because maybe I'm starting to be the old head, but I've listened to it and I just think it's the new school sound. I don't think it's for me though, but he does have some good songs. But I was talking to Ken about it. I was like, if that's the person to take us to America, I don't know if I'd champion that one.
Got
But
you.
I can understand it. But in terms of like image wise, dress sense, woo, he's got it. But musically, I don't like. He's good, but I don't think he's like the greatest that could have come out of the UK. For me, I've obviously everyone that listens knows that I'm a Young Bane stan,
Okay.
and I'm upset. I'm still upset with him because yeah, he didn't reach his heights. But I feel like he could have been the person that he's got like everything, music, dress sense, image wise. Yeah, I just think he had everything. And it just is what it is, really.
I'm a huge Young Bane fan as well, man.
Bro,
And-
that guy's...
But the thing is, it's hard because sometimes it's all about timing.
yeah,
So
true.
you'll never know like what Young Bane done has paved the way for what people are doing today.
Which is true.
And
I hear
it's all
that.
about timing, and Central C's managed to take it over.
Yeah, and
That
go
next
further, yeah.
step
I even,
as
I
well,
even feel
yeah.
like definitely timing, and I even feel like it's probably like people around him as well. I think maybe
Yeah,
Central C's team are just
his
like
team up.
Yeah,
Woo, his
yeah,
team
and
up.
I-
yeah.
yeah. So I think
They've
it's
got
just
it. And but it's just been blessed with like a lot of good things to be honest. Because that team around you, they are
yeah.
serious.
They
but
just,
no,
just make all the right moves. Just do it all correct.
Yeah.
I heard that. I need to listen to that album.
no,
I ain't
fair.
listened to it.
No, I'll finish it, Shad, and I'll
Yeah.
give him.
I don't think it's for a lot of people though.
Yeah,
But I find it very interesting because he's sort of the leader of the new school, and a lot of people have used his sound after him.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see him get the moment to cement that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did this, and
And it's his first album as well, isn't it?
yeah, debut album.
Yeah.
Debut
Listen
album.
to obviously mixtapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's all like
Yeah.
mixtape album.
Yeah.
With being the presenter, yeah, do you have to be a bit like, you can't really say, cool, this person's like the best in the UK because you're meeting these guys, you know what I'm saying? So how do you like come to terms with
Nah,
saying,
I
okay,
think-
I really, really like this guy?
I think you can have your favorites, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Like for me, people always ask like, who's one person you want to interview?
Yeah,
And I always say T-Pain.
Okay.
Because I think
it?
he makes sick music.
Yeah,
like,
he's
he
cold.
does,
I
he
wouldn't know
does.
how his mind works,
Yeah.
but he's not necessarily, he's not Jay-Z that I've said.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So you're allowed to have your favorites. And I think, me personally, in the job that I'm in, it's not my job to trash anyone. So you're going to
Yeah.
hear me talk positive
Yeah.
on most things
Yeah.
or not talk at all. Because I
Yeah.
feel like the critics, they can do the
They can-
trashing
Yeah.
job, and like we're just trying to deliver the music to the people, you know, and
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
people get that push. So you're allowed to have
Yeah.
your favorites. You're allowed to have the ones that you dislike as well.
Yeah.
And you play a lot of them that you don't like.
Because I was even gonna. That was why I asked that question earlier. Like, imagine like you don't like this person. Maybe even the person, because you're around these guys. Maybe it's the
Yeah.
person you don't like or the music, and like you just see the song. Like, do you like skip it? Like,
Nah, I never skip. I never
Yeah.
skip because again, my job's not about me
Yeah,
to
yeah,
a
yeah.
certain extent.
yeah,
But there's some people I would skip if I could skip, you know. But it's not about that. So more time, there's something positive to say about everyone. And like, you can look at music and be like, whether I like the artist or not, this is a good song.
Yeah, I hear
So
that.
yeah, that's more my line. That I
Do you have like anyone in the UK that you want to interview? Like UK artists, not necessarily rapper.
UK artists that I want to interview. I think one of the only people I haven't sat down with is Gigs.
Okay.
Ooh,
So yeah, that'll be wicked.
That'd be a good one, yeah.
Frisco, I haven't sat down with. Would love to interview Frisco. A lot of the artists I have though, UK wise, to be fair.
No,
Yeah.
fair.
So
Okay, cool. No, we'll get more into how you started your like radio journey.
Yeah.
But obviously don't tell my wife. So tell us about how you met your wife and how long you guys have been together?
Oh, we have been together since 2016.
Okay.
Honestly, how
So
long is that?
9 years.
Yeah.
9
Like
years,
My
okay.
favourite year.
So why?
2016. It was just a
2016.
great year,
Good
man.
time.
It was a good time.
Good things happened in 2016, man. But we actually met at uni.
Okay.
We met at
wow.
uni,
Yeah.
did the same course. We had a radio
That's
show
nice.
together
That's
as well.
Yeah.
So we did radio together at uni alongside one of our friends. And then come the end of uni is when she decided to make her move, and you know, she knew I was going fast, so she just snapped me up.
I was
Oh, is it?
screaming.
So she made the first move.
We argue about this all the time.
Everyone argues about
Yeah.
it,
We
man.
argue about this all the time. Now, I think I maybe led it a bit. I maybe led it. We always talk about it. Like, I remember in our second year, before we were even together or whatnot, there was one picture that she had I liked, and I just put it as my WhatsApp DP.
Oh.
It was everyone was baffed. Even me too, I was baffed.
No,
Remember
but
God was
why,
saying
though?
something before, yeah. Like we put some
No,
picture
but
in your
you know-
WhatsApp DP.
You know, imagine chatting to a girl, you just have a picture of yours.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Hey,
If
that's
it's
so
crazy.
funny.
If it's this day and age, they'll block you, Sha.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
You're getting
They'll
cancelled.
block
You're in
this
trouble.
shit.
You're in trouble.
But people used to do that like BBM days,
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
But WhatsApp,
WhatsApp.
your whole family's there.
Everyone's there. It's crazy, isn't it? It's
Wow.
crazy.
I was
Yeah.
screaming.
But that was before we even got together. So maybe God was saying something in the background.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
eventually it came to pass.
Yeah.
What uni did you guys go to?
Leeds. Went to uni Leeds.
Wow,
yeah.
Leeds.
What uni
Fair.
did you guys go to?
Leicester.
Coventry.
Obviously, let's also
Leicester,
you know
yeah.
Midlands.
Yeah,
Midlands.
Midlands.
Party,
Wow, you
used
went
to
up
party.
north. We partied,
Used to
man.
party, isn't it?
But up north
man.
party though.
Yeah,
but it was
we
more
partied.
like
Leeds.
the other side. Like the,
Manchester, Birmingham's Midland. Manny
More
probably
Manny,
party.
Liverpool,
Newcastle.
Newcastle. But
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
heard-
people travel Midlands to party though.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
fair.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Midlands was what was popping when we were at uni.
So when did you start uni? What year?
I said 2016. I finished in 2017, 2013. I
Okay,
was
so
there
you're
for 4 years.
you're just a year above us.
Well, I went.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
good,
went
yeah.
2014. I went
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
did a foundation year, so I spent 4 years there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in and around the same time. It was a good time though.
Yeah.
It was a good
Okay,
time.
cool.
So wait, so you got together at the end of uni?
At the
or-
end of uni. Yeah, at the end of uni.
So
we
what
got together.
switched? Like
Yeah.
your friends doing radio, then what kind of?
Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. We just started talking more and more. We're seeing each other in class. We got a radio show together. So
So you're just always
we just always together. Yeah, it was just like a friendship. There was 3 of us that I went to uni with my friend from secondary school. And then we met Cairo whilst we were there. So it used to be the 3 of us. And then one day, I don't know if he didn't come to lecture or whatever happened. And it just happened to be the 2 of us. And
Oh yeah.
it sort of sparked from there. So
No,
Yeah.
fairs. That's nice.
and here we
So
are.
what? So how did it move on to proposing, getting married, and then?
Yeah.
Ooh. So after uni, when we came home, I live in the East and she lives in West.
Yeah.
So that was going to be the test of, all right, is this actually
are we gonna get somewhere?
going to last sort of thing? And then we just kept seeing each other. We kept putting in the effort, And eventually, it just worked out. I think lockdown came and then she ended up coming living with me and my parents. So from that moment there, it was like,
Locked
okay,
in.
we're locked in.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
like the
yeah.
full way sort
Yeah.
of thing. Then we got married in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah,
2021.
2021. And what we in?
2025.
5
4
now.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 3.5. At the end of this year, it'll be 4 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it happens quick sometimes.
Wow,
It happens quick.
It does. What when did you decide you were like ready to get married? What was that decision like?
I don't know. And it's actually controversial, but I think we were on the path. From time when she was moving in, we knew, all right, we were on the path. So we wanted to sort out the house first and do all of that. So then the house journey was going long. And eventually we found our place. So I think one day we were just like waking up or something And then either she said it or I said it. It's like, okay, so should we marry then? It's like, okay, so what we waiting for then? So we did everything in reverse. There wasn't no big proposal. I think I proposed the day before our wedding because we were just very I
hear that though.
We went along that way sort of thing. So
I hear that.
it was nice. And then we had our wedding back at Leeds.
Okay.
We did like the registry thing and got lots of our friends and family to come. And then we booked this restaurant which had a downstairs, but because we had so much people, we ended up having the whole downstairs. So we never really had a wedding like that. And then after that, we went clubbing.
Oh, was it?
And that was our
nice.
wedding.
Stupid.
It was unconventional, but it was so us at the same time as well.
And that's the most important thing, man. Like, you don't need to have like a massive wedding. Like, I feel like, let me not get into it because...
Do you have a big wedding?
No.
You didn't?
Yeah,
but they're holding it over my head though.
Media.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know we got to run it back. I didn't even honeymoon.
You know what?
You didn't honeymoon?
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't even honeymoon. I went on tour with DBE.
Oh, I can't like that. Hey, wait, honeymoon on tour. Which one are you picking?
Honeymoon.
Is it?
But I think you should. Yeah. Like, you know, especially when you start having kids and stuff, you never know what's in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
You really got to try and live that moment for now. Yeah. And I wish I knew back then.
I ask a lot of men this question, yeah. So, let's say you're having a third child, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And like, let's say like, it's like, let's say, what teams were? Man U. So cool. Man U Champions League final is on the due date of your third child.
Yeah.
And you have tickets. Like someone says, cool, I got tickets to the final. Is it Wembley? Are you going?
It's in Wembley. I can get back. I gotta make sure I got signal. I can get back.
I heard that. What if it's like Europe?
Because the due date is not the actual day, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know. Man, I born 3 days earlier. Mari's born a week before.
What if it's like, let's say like, it's like Spain?
And I gotta go overseas.
Yeah.
Nah, unless I'm making money, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't even think I can do it if I'm making money either.
Is it?
So,
It's not the man in Champions League final, man.
Yeah.
When am I ever going to see that? Well, I saw that once, but it's like, bro.
So you're going?
I might still.
What happens when you get into the stadium, there's no signal?
My mum's there, my brother's but yeah, man.
I was screaming. But yeah, so with your first child, how did you guys find out that you were expecting?
With our first, she just developed this super smell out of nowhere. And I remember at the time we were getting, I think, our bathroom or kitchen done. So there was lots of drilling and stuff. And I was like, it can't be. It's just like, no way. It's just whatever. You know, sometimes it is what it is. So we said, let's get a test anyway. We took a test. It was uproar in the house. Oh my God. It was pandemonium. No one knew what to do. No one knew what to do. So my wife started like, she was hysterical. And then I was about to be hysterical. That I remember, I am the man of this house.
No, honestly.
I can't actually be. So I had to compose myself.
Hey, do you know how funny that is?
I had to compose myself and be like, right, this is what's happening. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And we didn't plan for any of our two. So it was a shock. It was a shock to the system.
It's always a shock, man.
I said I wanted to be hysterical. I remember I'm the man at the house.
No, because
that's real life.
No, it's real. Because even the second one, I was saying on one of our episodes, the recent ones, that when Abby told me that she's pregnant with the second one, she told me when I was at work. And I was in one of those booths, you know the booths that you can have private calls. Yeah. Right? I went into there, just had her cry. I said, what's wrong? Me thinking there was something serious. She was like, I'm pregnant. My life just went, Jesus. Like, bro. But then I was like, no, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah,
we'll sort out. We'll sort out. We'll be fine. Etc. But in me, I was shaking, man. I was shaking, man.
A whole nother life you have to sustain.
Bro.
Just like that.
Hey, man.
Just like, how many?
It's crazy. I've got one.
You got one.
Yeah.
So you come join the club, man.
I've been telling him, bro. You know what? I've been saying, because this guy tricked me into my first one. Because
that's what they do. The PR's good, isn't it?
Nah, I hear it.
So I see the family together. Yeah, Ken's like, oh yeah, no. Bro, join me, man. Don't let me do this by myself, etc. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm getting a little broody. Obviously, still don't plan. It happens. Fair.
Yeah.
Now I'm here with my second. I'm like, bro, now join me.
Yeah.
I sacrificed to join you. Join me.
But I always say, we have a plan, like, we're family planning. Like,
has a plan. I don't care about
family planning. But you know what it means? Like, before it was like 2 to 3 years, but it's reducing. So you never know what can happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
you never know.
See what
And
God
how
can
old's
do.
your-
3.
3 at the
yeah.
moment,
So
okay.
we were young, like she was young. Even when she told me that she was pregnant, like, well, hurricane, like.
Yeah. So wait,
it's
did
crazy.
you both find out aside from like you didn't do a test together?
No.
The first one, we did the test. So she
Yeah.
was feeling a bit. So I went to get the test, sat together, done it. Looked,
Yeah.
I saw pregnant. I said, Jesus. I said, she saw it. We were just
Bro.
sitting there in shock.
We
What was it?
She was in her house. Me, I was in her house.
Okay, oh, so your situation
we
was
were
different.
dating, dating.
Okay.
5 a.m. or so, Saturday, 5 to 6 a.m. Because I said it before, like she doesn't call me in the morning. Like she's not a morning person,
Yeah.
innit? Like she'll call me like later in the day. I saw her, like she woke me up. I saw
You
it.
didn't even have breakfast before.
Nothing. I saw her call. I was thinking, why is she calling me at this time of the morning? Like she was like, literally the first thing she said, I'm pregnant. I said, yay. Deep it, I still have to go to work. I said, the whole day at work, I was just like this in my desk. I remember calling the boys, conference call. You man, what am I gonna do? Like, you man, I was like, you man, what am I gonna do? And I just remember that the next day, because this was lockdown times, so I was on furlough. So I worked a couple of days a week. And then the day that I weren't working, we just linked up with each other. You know, like Top Boy. You know the cafe Top Boy, yeah? With Deshane and Sully. It was one of them ones where it's like, we just sat at the cafe. Okay, cool. I said, we're doing this? Yeah, we're doing it. Can't.
Yes.
And then since then, it's just been bliss still.
Yeah.
Now, women have a way of delivering news, yeah. I always remember this time with my mum and dad.
Mhm.
Once, I think my mum had like crashed the car again one time. My dad come home from work. My mum got the fufu ready.
Yeah.
Came, served him. The sauce was on the side. Slapped it in front of him. And then she told him, my dad wasn't hungry again. And I never understood it. I'm like, no, but you must be hungry. Like, you're doing the most.
Yeah.
Now I understand how you can lose your hunger.
100%. No, it's true
You
though.
can lose your hunger
It's
like
true,
that,
it's
you
true.
know?
100%. Wow, that is too funny.
No, it's funny still. And then what about your second? How was it?
Oh, second was a madness. So she got a toothache
Mm.
and then she had pins and needles in her leg.
Mhm.
I said, what one is
What,
this?
yeah, innit?
Yeah, I said, no, this is a hospital sort
Yeah.
of one. So we called 111, yeah.
Don't kill me.
We called 111 and they're doing like, going through, asking the questions and stuff. And then 111 said, could you be pregnant? And we both looked at each other. I said, oh man, not again.
Not this again, yeah.
When I heard, could you be pregnant? My jacket was already on. I was at the door. I need to go get this test and find out now. And then that one was even, if I thought number 1 was dramatic, number 2 was dramatic.
Yeah.
Finding out, yeah, because that one was like, we've just got into our stride of,
Bro.
That's
new
like
life.
you, yeah.
We've like, even as a woman and getting over being pregnant and
Yeah.
going back to work and better changes all at once. And then we're going again.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness. I think it's my fault though, because from time where I thought about having a family and stuff, I was like, let's get out of the way.
Mm.
But I didn't actually plan for it to be like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Number 2
What did you
was-
like have in mind? Like, what was your like? Did you have like a gap in mind or something?
I thought like, all right, let's marry like 4 years and then we'll go. I thought, okay, when I'm reaching 31, 32, then we can start talking
Yeah.
about that. Because
Yeah.
we had dreams, aspirations, we want to travel, we want to
Yeah.
do this. You already know, you already know.
Hey, man.
Even
Yeah.
like down to the house that we bought, it wasn't built for this family.
Yeah,
Like, it was
yeah.
literally built for the 2 of us.
Yeah.
If you saw that baby room, I used to have my trainers on the wall,
Mm.
my desk, my setup.
Yeah.
All of that got taken away, put in the loft real quick.
Yeah. Wow.
real
I
quick.
hear it,
It
man.
went.
Wow.
So the plan would have been like, at least let's just settle 4 years and then go from there.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
God's plan, innit?
God's
Yeah,
plan,
God's
no,
plan,
honestly,
man.
yeah.
God's plan,
That's why
man.
I can't lie. My next child, yeah, I told my wife, I was like, please don't call me to tell me you're pregnant.
I want
I want like a
I want a
present,
baby
like a-
Air Force or
yeah,
something like that.
man.
Oh, you're gonna be a dad,
yeah.
bro.
I romanticize
I just
it
want
for me,
one
bro.
good one, like one. But I can't lie. As I said, I don't know. We'll see what happens with
We'll
me
see,
because
man.
some more.
So
I
what?
don't
Do
know if I
you
can do
guys
3
think you
boys.
can go again?
Maybe in a couple years.
Yeah, what do you say? Do you think you could go again?
Maybe in a couple years, but I can't. I don't want to risk 3 boys. So if I had a girl first or gone now,
Yeah.
then fine. I'm all for going again. But now,
3
You
boys.
have a
3
boy
boys.
and a daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a boy and
yeah,
a girl
see, you're
now.
good, man.
So you can-
I can just
You can
Yeah.
be
put my
like, you
shoe
know,
on,
you're
I can relax a bit.
Me, I want the girl though,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, bro, 3 boys. Bro, I don't. Maybe I suppose point for boys
I hear that.
because I can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't change it. But how did you find the transition? So becoming a dad, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
Becoming a dad, I feel like it was difficult because you just don't know what you're doing. Like, I'm a new dad, new husband at the same time, new homeowner. So all of this stuff's now on your head, and you don't want a child to be introduced and then it ruin the both of you. So you're just trying to do everything and trying to make everyone happy, probably at the expense of yourself in the early stages. So becoming a dad was hard. And then on top of that, because of my working hours, it's just a madness.
What are your working hours? Because when you say first trip,
bro, like
no,
that's
breakfast. So what is
4
that?
a.m. or something.
So I'm up at 4,
Yeah.
out of the house at 5. We get there for like 6.
So 6 a.m. it starts.
6:30 we start, but we get there for 6.
Okay.
Like, pre-planning.
For someone I used to work with, you might know him, Ore. He does.
I know Ore,
So
yeah.
we used to work together. Yeah. So there'll be times he was doing like a breakfast at one particular time. And he'll be on his snap. It would be like 3 a.m. or something, 2 a.m. He's walking to this. I'm thinking,
when do you sleep, bro?
And that's the thing with kids. When do you sleep? Like, if your child wakes up at 2, he's gonna wake you up regardless. Like, with the first one, my wife did a lot of the nights because obviously I had to be up early.
Yeah.
With number 2 now, the boy is mine, the girl is hers. Like,
Yeah,
if the boy is up, it's
Then
all
you're-
It's you.
Is that the, just like you guys agreed? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because he's a good sleeper more
Yeah.
time. So if he gets up, it's me that's going to him.
Yeah.
so wait, your mornings must be like crazy. Even like in just not even you, just the house.
Yeah.
Because when you go, it's like she's with the kids.
So it must be, imagine 2.
Ah.
Like today, she went to a church play group.
yeah.
She got to get both of them ready. She got to do breakfast. One's still breastfeeding. You're in between naps and you're trying to time it all right. Even simple things like getting them both to the car. It's like you got to do.
Yeah.
And this is why I always say there's such power in hindsight, because
Mm.
if I knew I was going to have 2 kids at this time, I wouldn't have bought the house that I bought. Because we got some steps that lead up to the house.
yeah.
So now you're holding a car seat, you're holding someone's hand,
Yeah.
you've got the
You're trying
bag
to
on your
balance
back
it,
and you're
yeah.
trying to go.
Yeah.
So little things like that. So I take my hat off to her. The most.
Yeah.
I don't
Mums
know
are
how she
super,
does it.
super.
Yeah.
Like they're great still.
Yeah.
But
Were you guys there for the births? Sorry.
Yeah.
What was it like for you?
From time I saw the birth, I was like, I actually owe you. Like,
Yeah,
whatever you
you
want.
do.
Whatever
Bro.
you want. What else
Yeah,
can I do
yeah.
now?
Like, was it like quite a traumatic one? Like for you?
The first one, I don't want to say it was traumatic, but it wasn't what we expected.
Yeah.
But it still was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second one, it was so, I don't know who I am to say it, but it was almost a breeze.
God, we're the same. Because the first one was calm.
Yeah.
But to me, it was still like, wow, what the hell's going on, etc. Second one, I was just sitting.
These
behind-
guys made it
I
like they
was
just
sit-
went to the hospital.
We
Just
went
came out 20
out,
minutes.
bro, quick. I even said to her, yeah, I don't know if it's cheeky of me saying to her, but after she gave birth, I was like, wow, that was pretty calm. You weren't bad, innit? Like, compared to what we thought it was going to be like, it was, swish,
Yeah,
easy.
it was smooth,
Bro,
man.
breeze.
I think we were watching The Crown at like 10 to 8 and baby was here by 9.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
it was just...
That's the same thing.
Yeah,
Remember,
shout God, I'm tapping into
we
the
were,
blessing.
we were
Yeah,
chilling
take
at
it,
home.
receive it,
We
man.
didn't get to Darra Valley till
Yeah.
10:10. Baby was here like 11:49.
You see.
Quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Bro, it was, hey man, it was
So wait, so
interesting.
what time do you wake up in the morning to go
More
to work?
than alarm goes off at 4.
Mhm.
So if I have a clean sleep, I probably go to bed at like 11.
Ah.
Yeah, and then alarm goes off at 4. So I need to change that. I need to get better with my sleeping.
No, you do.
But we've got, because the baby's on a sort of schedule,
Mhm.
so that's what sort of interrupts it.
Mhm.
And then 4, out the house by 5, in for 6, man. That's me in the morning.
And then cool. So and then but the thing with you, is it a thing where you do your show and then you have to like stay, maybe do like some admin stuff, meetings, or as soon as you're done, you go home?
No, there's always a meeting to be had, and then
Yeah.
a lot of the interviews might be pre-recorded as well.
Okay, so you do. That's the time. you do it,
Yeah. And if someone can only do 1 o'clock, you got to stay till 1 o'clock. If someone can do 10:30, cool.
Oh.
Bang.
wow.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's what can
Because
delay
what
it as well.
artist is waking up at 6 a.m. to go and do
It's
true.
true.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
It's true.
But I'm sure some. If it's a breakfast show, come on, man.
Yeah, some people do because it's part of their job, so they're
Yeah.
used to it. So, but a lot of it is after. So that's what can hold up the day. And then you have your other jobs that you do. So
Yeah.
you're trying to still dream chase and
Yeah.
grind
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So,
So you must be tired.
Yeah,
so
man.
you might.
Yo,
Wow.
that's still running on back. So what's the age gap between your first and second?
15 months.
15 months.
15
Wow.
months.
I know.
You was
It
quick.
was too bad, man. Honestly, guys.
Because mine's 19 and I felt mad.
Like, guys, what were you guys? What do you think would have happened?
Do you
though?
think I knew what
Like-
was gonna happen, bro?
You knew.
No, I did not know.
You knew, bro.
I was just
There's
in
always
the
a
moment.
possibility.
I never knew.
There's always a
No,
possibility.
but I was in the moment, bro. You can't take me from being in that moment, bro. But no, now it's
I think about it every day. I think about it every day. Look, it's even making me hot thinking about what was I doing? I'm trying to look. What happened?
So so the transition to 2 now. How has it actually been like?
I think the transition to 2, I think 1 changes your life in a way like no other, because you don't know what that is. But the transition to 2 is tough. And I think you guys were speaking about it on one of the recent pods. It's like, it's man marking now. There's no time off.
There's none.
Like, you're either with one, or if my son goes to nursery 2 days a week.
Yeah.
So that's when you get like a little bit of...
That's exactly what he said last week.
Yeah. You get a little bit of chill time. But other than that, it's man marking. So even our dinner time routine, we all used to eat together. But now dinner's being cooked and served, I'm up washing the baby, and then we'll swap. And I'll wash my son, and then, or we'll do it vice versa.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like my wife, you should have the food whilst it's hot, man. You did cook it.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot. It's full on from 4 when the alarm goes off to 11 at night. It's just full on, man.
Yeah.
So you guys have like a support system, like that's family.
We do.
Friends,
so my parents are retired. They live 10 minutes down the road.
Nice.
Which are good. But my sister and her husband, they all live together. And my sister's just had a baby.
Yeah, okay. So
it's
now
not
you're
even priority
on the back
now.
burner now.
We're on the back burner now, so we've been feeling it.
Hey,
But-
that's bare funny.
Yeah.
That's the priority. The priority has gone down.
Yeah. So
Because they live there, so it's like
so they're always hands on. But I guess as my new nephew and my daughter they grow, it'll be a bit more easier
it'll be nice.
bundle all in. And this comes back to the housing thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to move too far.
Yeah.
But you want to move to somewhere where you got enough space.
Yeah.
And these are the bits of life they don't
It's
tell you about.
crazy, you know, bro, hindsight is a beautiful thing. 'Cause if I knew, then I'd be able to put things in place.
Exactly.
But, so how do you find it now? So obviously with one, you know, you can both have your times. When they go to bed, you have your time together, etc. But what I've realized now having 2, I don't think me and my wife have spent time together like once, bro. So it's like, how have you found that in terms of transitioning to 2 and still finding time for you and Kyra?
I think it's normally girls that are pushing like date night. Like, we don't go nowhere, we don't do nothing, all we do is stay inside.
How do you feel?
It's me this time. I said, we don't even do date night no more. What sort of life is this? Now, when's the last time we went out? We never go out. I just want to go out and eat in peace and not have to worry about is this one eating their food, is this one crying? But at the moment, it's a season, innit? The baby's just gone 5 months, so hopefully when baby girl gets a bit older or we start leaving her a bit more. And even with 2, because I was saying how my parents' house is now full, it's like you can't actually just go and drop 2 of them because
I've been thinking that as well.
Yeah, you actually can't just go and drop 2 of them because now it actually becomes a task for the grandparents and stuff. So
that's
it's a bit
because I'm
tricky.
like, we could just drop my son.
Anytime.
Imagine 2.
That's the thing. I've been thinking to drop, like, obviously with Mally, I can drop him anywhere, anytime. Just drop
I don't
him.
think you could drop them both.
Both of them, like with my mum, like my mum spoiled Malachi. She spoiled him.
There we go.
So in the night time, she still sleeps on my mum. Like my mum still holds him to sleep.
We need to hold these grandparents to account. It's not on.
And at home, as soon as he gets tired, give him bottle in your bed.
There we go.
Done. But my mum will still sleep with him, like holding him on his chest. She's the only one that does it. And she's like, oh, I really did spoil it. I said, so how am I supposed to drop 2 of them? If Mario wants to sleep on your chest, are you going to carry 2 of them like this? You, small man, like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It's definitely a task. So I'm still going to do it, though.
Yeah,
I'm still going to drop both of them.
Is it?
It is what it is.
Know, man.
But no, you know what? I feel more comfortable dropping both of them at Abby's mum's house because there's Abby's mum, 2 sisters and a brother. And, you know, Malachi really gets on well with Abby's brother and everyone else. So he's fine to do whatever. But when it's my house, my dad and my brother, they just do their own thing. So it's my mum that's looking after. They might come downstairs for 20, 30 minutes, play with him, and then go again. So it's just my mum, primary caregiver. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm still trying to work it out, man. But that's all these things that you never knew. You never thought about.
Yeah, you never knew. You would think parents around the corner just quickly drop the kids when you want your time and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be our next step of
what you do,
what
like
we do.
Babysitters and like childminders. Like, what's your opinion on that?
I think everyone's got to do what they got to do, but for me, we've got family around, so I probably don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, in this situation we're in now, what do you do? So yeah, I've never used a babysitter. Have you used a babysitter before?
Nah.
Yeah, I've never.
I think it's because, like you said, like we've got family. So
Yeah.
like, her parents' house is there, my parents' house is there. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't think we need to. But I'm sure if we didn't have that, because there's loads of people that don't have their family around,
You
and
have
it's
to.
like, what can you do? You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to.
yeah.
So I hear it still.
Yeah. So obviously, one of the ways that you probably do spend time with your wife is the podcast that you guys do.
Yes, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what made you guys actually start that and actually want to do that?
I think we started the podcast when we were first pregnant with our first boy,
Mhm.
and it's like because we was at uni together, we did the same course, we did
Yeah.
radio. It's like
yeah,
let's flex our creative muscles
yeah.
again, and then we thought, oh, what a sick way to document our journey for our kids to look back at.
Yeah.
So
true.
at any one time, they can go back and
Watch,
be like, this is what was going on in
Yeah.
mum and dad's life. So
Yeah.
that was the primary thing. And then we wanted to show what being a young black married couple with kids was like as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really see a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
think I've know any like podcasts like that.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
too many.
Not
Not
many,
too
yeah.
many. So that's what we wanted to do. And with number one, it was easy because again, drop him at any time,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Now we got to record the podcast after both kids have gone to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine at the end of the day when you're tired, and we got to get back up again.
Yeah.
But we've been really consistent. I'm really
Mm.
proud of us for since we've returned back to the pod this time around. So
Yeah.
that's been that was the main reason we started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you guys start? Sorry. So I'm
Why
very
did we
inquisitive.
start? No. Of course.
I think why I thought it would be a good idea was because there'll be times where like he's ranting to me. Yeah. I'm ranting to him. And I'm like, do you know it would be bare funny if we actually like recorded this, like our conversations,
Yeah.
and then we'll just like there'll probably be so many men and like young men as well that are like, because I had Seth when I was like 25, 26.
Yeah.
You had Mali like 25.
Like 20,
26.
26.
So we started our family quite young, innit?
Yeah.
So we were like, it'll be mad, like it'll be sick to show like other young men. Like
26,
one,
yeah.
this could be done.
Mm.
And two, it's not even like we're trying to advise people because like
Yeah.
we've just started. It's more of like watching us like
Yeah.
grow in our marriages and
Mm.
as fathers and unfiltered and just being ourselves and sharing our experiences. Because when I was gonna be a dad, I didn't really have much
To go
young
off,
black men from London like
Mm.
that are like me talking about fatherhood and like that actually love their wives.
Yeah.
Not like,
Yeah,
you get me?
yeah.
Like I didn't really have any podcasts that are like me. So I think that was why we started. Well, for me,
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, no, I was pretty much the same. And I just, like, there was a big stigma around marriage being boring.
Mm.
And it's not boring, it's what you make it, innit?
Mhm.
So I think it was just a way of actually, coming, discussing, ranting,
Mm.
and just telling people about our lives. And like that marriage isn't actually boring. Like being a father, it has its challenges, but it's actually it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy
Yeah.
I went into that journey.
I think this is
Yeah.
why the pod is so good as well, because I can't imagine how many married people there are, especially married men, because we internalize a lot,
Yeah.
that
Mm.
might be having a rough day with their partner and thinking, no, but all the strong couples I've seen, they don't have this rough day.
Yeah.
No,
And you
you
start
do-
getting
you
your
do,
doubts
Yeah,
and
we
then,
spoke about that.
yeah, it is good to just see that, oh, so you're allowed to be vexed with your wife.
No,
So you're actually allowed to be.
bro.
And you guys grew up in church, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What church portrays is just like
Yeah.
holy family.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sunday,
Perseverance.
Yeah.
We hold hands and we pray together at
Yeah.
church. And,
Sometimes I don't want to hold hands.
Yeah.
Even nobody.
Have you guys
Understand.
ever gone to church with your wife, like being annoyed with them?
But yeah,
At the
probably.
beginning.
At the beginning, definitely, because you were probably late. You
And
probably
then
left late.
at the end of church, do you like squash it? Or you still a bit annoyed?
Well,
with them?
halfway through, you might give a look saying, you know what?
Like, let's bless
So-
it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, man. Come here.
The message is hitting home.
Yeah,
still.
man.
No, forgive me, it's fine.
But I
Okay.
wanted to ask you, yeah. So you have a podcast is a business with your wife, yeah. You probably have other ventures, but with the podcast, it's like you said, you go through the whole day, and at the end of the day, you're tired. So when, let's say you've like quarreled or you've had like she annoyed you that day,
Mhm.
and you still have to record, like what's that like?
I think we'll either more time is business as usual,
Mhm.
and it will bless through the pod.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because then we'll realize, oh, you're actually quite cool in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're actually quite
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
If it's like, you know what, let's just sleep on this one, we
Mhm.
record the next
Mhm.
day, that's
Okay.
also fine as well.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're locked in. We're going to have to bless this at
Yeah,
some point.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
I think what I've learned through marriage is I'm someone that likes to fix stuff quick
Mm.
because I can organize my thoughts very quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at stuff quiet. Well, this is that. All right, cool. But then sometimes you need to take time with stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
learning how to take time and let disagreements, I won't say arguments, but disagreements sort of simmer so you can approach them together. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's not a bad approach to do that. I don't think.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe like don't sleep being angry?
I don't feel like
used
it's. I don't feel like it's.
I
like,
used to, but it's not practical.
It's not practical.
But
I
then-
can't lie. Just,
It depends on how deep the situation is, but sometimes it's not deep.
but don't you feel like even the deep situations is best sometimes if we just sleep on it?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
sometimes
No,
I'm like,
'cause you
cool,
know what?
I'm
I hear it.
raging right now. Like fair enough, if we hash out, and at the end of it we're blessed, cool. But sometimes it doesn't always happen like that.
It's true,
So-
and I'm one to say, okay, yeah, I do. I hear it, and sometimes I do that because I'm like, you know what? For me, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Honestly, you don't know
True.
what's gonna happen
You don't,
tomorrow.
but come on,
And when
man.
I think of it like that, sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's not that deep. Let's just bless it. Let's talk about it. Let's bless it. It is what it is. But then there's times I have gone to sleep angry and we're beefing, and we might have not spoken for 2 days.
Them as
And
where
it
in
is
the
what it
bed,
is.
her leg will touch you. You're just like, you're just moving your leg. Don't touch me.
Or you're on your one corner
Yeah,
of the bed,
no.
you put yourself in the
You know
edge.
what's, you know what's funny though? Like when that happens, yeah, and you're doing all of that, do you not kind of still feel like kind of like a joke, man, for doing that? Because like we're sharing a bed together.
Yeah.
This is
now,
stupid
now, like I'm like, I can't lie. You were beefing, but I need like I'm a physical touch person. innit?
Okay.
So like it sounds a bit corny, yeah, but I fall asleep like touching, like holding her, innit?
Mm.
So when we beef, like I will still do it, and she'll be like, "I can't stop, leave me." But I'm like, "Come on, bro! Like I need to touch you." You know what I'm saying? So now it's calm, but before when I first got married, I'll be like, "Hey, don't touch me, man."
Yeah. It's funny.
It's tricky.
You grow. You definitely
Yeah,
grow.
you do.
grow
I feel like with
in
marriage, it's taught me like a lot of like, don't be prideful. Like I feel like pride was a big thing when I first got married because that's when I didn't really know what a husband or what traits a husband should show. But now I feel like, I'm not prideful at all. So when we argue, it's like, come on, man, like let's squash it if that makes sense.
No, I hear that,
Yeah.
man. Marriage will really show you
Yeah.
about yourself, man.
Yeah,
does, it
it's
does.
like it's like a mirror.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you know you look
Yeah.
at them and you see yourself and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, this one's got yeah.
And it's
This one
crazy.
go,
And
go.
with marriage, it's like, it's crazy seeing you guys grow as a couple because something that happens today, for example, if that happened in like our first year of marriage, it would have been like a big deal.
Yeah.
But now it's like, we know how to deal with this so much better. Like, so it's
Mhm.
crazy to see like
Yeah.
the growth in the marriage, so which is
Yeah.
good.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also arguments and tension with kids, most time it could just be put down to lack of sleep. you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good
Yeah.
just, you know what, let's just sleep. Because
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we wake up, it's actually going to be a little bit
Yeah.
easier because the lack of sleep, I think that's the
Yeah.
one that gets a lot of people.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're angry about something that you're not really angry about. You're just
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah. No, it's
Exactly.
true. That's what I said earlier. Like,
Yeah.
that, bro, sometimes it's been lack of sleep that's doing me.
Yeah.
And I know it's lack of sleep, so I'll just shtum. I won't say
Yeah.
anything. I'll just be like, you know what? I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm very irritable. Let me just leave it. So, yeah, I think it's just a self-reflection of yourself, really. I really do. But I think it's good at the same time. As much as both of me and you are very tired, I think we'll have the last laugh.
We have the last laugh, you
We'll
know.
have the last laugh. Because I'm more like, and I know you know this, but from Malachi, obviously, he was what, 18, 19 months when Amari was born. So I'm still in that mode of being a dad to a baby / toddler. So me coming with Amari now, I haven't forgotten anything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I know
yeah.
everything. I've deeped it. You know, all of this kind of stuff. When we circumcised Malachi the first time, that was traumatic for me. This time now, I was in the room. I was like, I said, yeah, this is proper.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'll put the Vaseline on. I'll change
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I'll do that. This and that. And it's like I haven't forgotten anything. So it's like it's just continuing, and it may be like, you know, it's still a long time, 3 years or so. It's fine. But this guy,
It's gonna rock
Going
me,
back
bro.
to
Because
rewind.
my
It's
son
gonna
is
rock
my son
your
is
world.
3 in March. I've forgotten everything about newborns. So when it's gonna, but I'll just learn it again.
yeah,
man.
you learn it again anyway,
Yeah.
and some things will just come naturally
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
But we will have the last laugh.
We
yeah.
will. That was my thing. I was like, you know what? We just get out of the way.
Mm.
We get out of the way.
Yeah.
And we always talk about like, will we have a third? And at first, I was like, I'm good with 2. I'm good with 2.
Mm.
Then I remember there's power in the tongue. So let me just
Mm,
ease
yeah,
up.
yeah,
And I'll be like, you know what? Talk to me in 10 years' time.
yeah.
Or talk to me when these 2 are old
Yeah.
enough to look after this
Yeah.
one. Because
help
I've
out.
got the luxury. I can if I want to.
Yeah.
But then also with the 2, I'm cool as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
And that's because when you go to 3, bro, like even car wise, like it has
it's
to.
different.
Everything switches up.
Yeah,
Holidays.
yeah.
It's not just 1, 2 rooms. Bro, it might turn into 2, 3
Yeah,
rooms,
it's
bro.
villa.
Let's get the joint. Yeah, villa.
It's
It's
villa,
villa.
but
Yeah,
like, the
Airbnb
price-
now. Like,
bro,
yeah.
I don't think society is built for more than 2 kids, bro. I honestly
In this
don't
current
think it is.
climate,
yeah, yeah.
It's not. It's not.
In this
Even
current
nursery
economy.
fees, bro. Like,
Yeah.
even it's because it's going to be so funny because obviously I think September they're bringing in 30 hours free a
Mhm.
week, innit? So I was just like, this is sounding good.
I need that.
I need, bro. We get 15 hours on that. I need that 30 hours. I'm more taking for 3 days. No more 2 days. And then Amari will get it as well. And I'm just like, oh, this is sounding good. But then 2 nursery fees, double. But then as well, at the same time, I don't mind spending. So, like, for example, I bought Malachi like a North Face coat, like one where he's 12 months. Amari's gonna wear that now when he's so it's the hand-me-down stuff. It makes sense. It's good. We didn't get rid of a lot of things, and now he's just reusing a lot of things, which is nice.
Yeah, no, that is
so
good.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
However, obviously, logistic wise,
man. The nursery thing scares me because I'm looking at it now. It's like I actually physically can't afford to go to. Like, I'm looking at unless God, you're gonna bless me in a different sort of way. If I judge things based on that, I don't know what's gonna happen with this time for.
It's peak.
Isolation nursery share. One day.
So, see, that's what I was saying. Listen, when my son, when he gets into preschool reception, then the second one can come, bro.
I'm praying that you'll be in the trenches with me.
Amen, innit? Amen, innit?
But also, I think it'd be good for obviously the listeners as well. In terms of like radio and presenting, how did it start? Like, how did you even get?
Because obviously you done presenting in uni.
Yeah.
So when did you discover the love for like radio and that?
Joe, my presenting journey, I always say it started at school.
Okay.
It's 2012, I believe it was. We did a Black History show at my school. So they weren't doing nothing for Black History. So just a group of us, a couple of friends, we did this whole show. We got aunties and uncles to like cook. And then we did we just do your typical Black History show. And I hosted it. So 2 years in a row. And then when I was on stage, I realized like, this doesn't actually daunt me. If anything, it makes me come alive. So that's where the seed was sort of sown. And then after that, I went to uni, did broadcast journalism because I thought I was going to be a journalist more than anything. And then at uni, they had a student radio, which me and my friend did. And then Kyra joined, like, I think the year after. And we used to have a Afrobeats and Bashment show because up in Leeds, no one was really doing that.
So you guys are flying the flag, basically.
Yeah, so that's what we were doing. And for 1 hour a week on student radio, we just poured our life into that show. So we'll do like a video every week just to promote the show, go into the streets, interview people, and use that as the promo vid on Facebook to get people to listen.
Was there a lot of like black people when you went to uni?
There, in comparison to the whole uni, no. But because of that fact, everyone sort of
come
knew
together.
everyone. Yeah. And then we would reach out to different sorts of unis. And from the radio show, we built a website, a blog platform, got to like send people to get experience so they can get their work experience. Because that was the big thing. Like, how are you going to give work experience if no one's giving you experience? So we got people to interview artists, go to Fashion Week and built this platform.
Yeah. Is it still running today?
It's not running today. It's not running today. I would love it. Spice UK, bring you the hottest flavors from the Afro-Caribbean.
Hey, come on, man.
I would love it. I would have loved it, man. So from that, that's just how my presenting grew and grew and grew. And I actually started on Capital Xtra before I finished uni. So I used to go get like the train or coach from Leeds, do the overnight show at Capital Xtra, go back straight into the library, finish uni, and just grind off that way. And I've been at Capital Xtra ever since. So it was definitely a very blessed journey for me. A lot of work, a lot of hours, but timing, God's favour, and stuff. So and then I've done every time around the clock at Capital Xtra. I landed at the breakfast show.
What's your favourite? What's your favourite slot?
I think the breakfast show is my favourite because you get a bit more creative freedom with it. I used to really enjoy the weekends 4 till 7 because you're not like you're not the pre-drinks party, but you're just getting people in the vibe. And you can, so weirdly, you can feel the energy. You can feel the energy. Like the city's getting busy, you're on radio, and then after that, you just go out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, breakfast is good. Breakfast is really good, I think.
Yeah, is breakfast like the one of like probably the biggest show?
Yeah, I would say breakfast and drive are like traditional radio. Those are your slots. But then evening shows are good as well, especially when you get freedom and then you play your own music and do interviews and stuff. That's also a good slot. So
because why I listen to you? Because in the morning, I don't know what it is with radio. Because I never used to be a big radio person. But I feel like now in the morning, like I don't like listening to my own music. Like
I know.
I like putting on the radio.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
I heard it.
So with you, it's like we listen like on the way to work and the way to the station to go to work. Like we'll just put on the radio. Like that's how I listen to you like every day. Obviously, pausing it, but so and you're really good at it as well, man.
No,
you're really great.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself being a presenter? Do you see yourself like on TV? Like what does the future hold?
Like done well so far.
Yeah.
But I think the game's changing. So before, your sort of traditional route would be exactly what I'm doing, get a breakfast show, transition onto TV. But now there's like online, there's social media, there's all sorts of stuff, there's voiceovers. So I'm in a season of asking God, what's like, where am I going to take this now?
Yeah.
So the honest answer is I don't know
Yeah.
at the minute, but I'm just coming with open hands to see what happens next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, TV would be good. Like presenting in general, I love doing live as well. So
As in live, as in
like, I think traditionally it would have been, let's say, an X Factor,
Yeah.
a live show. And
Okay.
I would love to host a live show. That sort of be the dream.
have you ever done anything live before? Or?
I've done not live on screen,
Mhm.
but I've done live like hosting award shows and stuff like that. So that would be my only experience of it so far.
Yeah.
Yeesh. When I'm thinking about like doing something live, like,
I know you can't make any
you
mistakes.
can't make but you probably make mistakes, but you're more experienced enough to
Like
Follow.
my old pastor used to say like, because obviously he done like a mentoring program in it, so like public speaking and stuff. That he was like, it's okay, mate, you can make mistake. I make a mistake every time I preach, but you guys just don't know. So I feel like with lives, it's like they'll probably make a mistake, say the wrong thing, but they'll just, you get me, like no one will know.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's bait when you see people making mistakes, especially like award shows and stuff. It's kind of bait, like when you see them, but it's like you can't fumble.
Yeah.
But you see with this, I can edit it.
Yeah.
But even you though, like you're live every day, like you can't say anything
you can't
out
say
of
the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You can't say the wrong thing. And I guess that training's good because I've been so censored in what I do. You get in big trouble for saying the wrong thing. So I guess that is live to an extent.
Yeah.
But no one can see you. So you can sort of get away with stuff. And then you've got a co-host so you can bounce off of each other as well.
Have you had different co-hosts? Like
No, so I've only had one co-host ever, who's Shayna, who I do the show with. But before that, I've done every radio show on my own, minus that uni time.
Yeah.
So
wow.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting, bro. Because you know what, when you talk to people on like media and stuff like that, you always think it's a bit like glitz and glamour and stuff like that. But like, is it just calm? Like, it's not that deep.
I think you can get desensitized to it. And I always try and remind myself, don't actually get desensitized to what you're doing. I think the last time we got to interview Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, bro, that is crazy.
I think like idols, you know.
Yeah, that is
it's
crazy.
like you wouldn't think that would happen. And that was like, we had to go to a hotel, then we had to wait for time.
Yeah,
and then people are coming in that. So that makes you a bit jittery. I think that those ones make you a little bit more nervous because you're going out of your studio. I think we did the same with, Cynthia Erivo, the lady that's in Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
So that was another hotel situation where it's like, you got to be quick.
Yeah.
Everyone's shuffling around, running around, and different people going in and out of different rooms.
Do they have like teams that are like behind the scenes, like just watching? How do you feel about that? Like with people like standing behind the camera, like do you feel like a bit of pressure?
No. Again, maybe I've just like learned to block it out.
Yeah.
But I'm here to help whoever's on the show get their message across and make it enjoyable for whoever's listening as well. So that's just always my focus.
Yeah.
You can sort of block out all the eyes in the room and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah,
okay.
bro.
Go on.
No, because the thing to me, it's not like you said. Sometimes you could be desensitized, but you shouldn't, bro. Because like, there's not many young black presenters on a prime morning TV show. Bro, you deserve your flowers,
I think
bro.
that's another reason why I listen to it, because you and your co-host. Because I'm like, if it was just like a random like white
LBC.
fella, it's like I don't think I will listen. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like what you're doing and what you guys are doing is great because it's like there's a black man like on the radio at this time, innit? So I'm saying, especially on today's generation. So it's really good still.
It's good, man. It's
Yeah.
good.
I think that's also important for me to always remember just to be my authentic self.
Yeah.
There's people that are going to be able to relate to you and connect to you.
Yeah.
I think I went through a stage of, I'm married, I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
I'm not coming in with no stories of last night I was here.
Yeah.
And I was doing that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just boring. But then this is real people's lives as well. So I could be there to represent. And thankfully to God, I've been able to get the opportunity so far.
Man.
So.
And it shows the growth. But for anyone that actually wants to get into radio or presenting, like what advice would you probably give?
Radio, hit up community radio because you need to go somewhere where you can practice, learn, and then get your show reel and demo. So definitely hit up community radio. If it's presenting in general, just get online and talk about what you love or get in the streets and talk about what you love because the opportunities are out there now, and there's people doing it. So you're either gonna do or you're not gonna do. And unfortunately, there's no traditional route into this thing. Like my route's not like many other people's routes who have come in. A lot of people are doing like the reality TV side of stuff and then going in that way. So you just got to get visible, basically.
Yeah. What would you say about so it's probably the last point, but what would you say about going into the streets and because you know when you did it a long time ago, I don't know if it's more I don't think it would be more daunting now because now everyone's doing it, so people would probably be used to it. But back then when you was doing it, what gave you the confidence to be like, you know, I'm gonna go up to someone random and just ask them a question?
You know, when I was on student radio, I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna get the opportunity to be on radio again, so I'm going to live this life as though it is the dream that I'm living. So I'm going to do anything and everything.
Yeah.
So that, to me, doing radio then was like, already I've accomplished something. So that's what sort of gave me the confidence to do it. Like, one life, let's just go and have fun. And you're at uni, so you're not even in your city.
Yeah,
like,
so you're not even going to remember.
You're not bumping into your friend on the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
So uni, you just feel free and you go and do your stuff. So I think that's what made us just hit the streets like that.
No, fairs. Okay, cool. No, this has been great, man.
Nah,
like, it's nice to
really
have a fellow
appreciate
202 brother, bro.
Yeah, I hear it, man.
We're here, we're alive.
We're surviving.
You guys look well, man. So it's not as hard as it seems, man.
Yeah, it's hard still. And also, even thank you, because obviously, I shouted Rob, I think sometime last year, bro. Sometime last year, and obviously you just had your child. What it was like August, huh?
Yeah, August. Yeah.
So you just had your child. You wanted to come on, but you was like, oh, let me do the 202 first. And ever since then, when I've needed advice or a question, I've gone to Rob and he's actually answered, and he's actually been great about it. And you said you'd come on, and you've actually you're here now, innit? So we actually really appreciate.
I'm sure
you. Thank you very much.
You've done a show this morning, right?
Yeah,
exactly. And you could be rested now, chilling at your hair. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Well for
allowing you to come.
That's where the main facts goes, you know.
Because at them you have to get approval first. Like, babe, I need to go here.
You know that was. So thank you very much, Karen.
Yeah, thank you,
Karen. Letting him come out. But no, honestly, we appreciate you. Thank you very much, bro. What do you want to plug? You got podcast stuff like that?
Yeah, at Rob Bruce K online. At What's Mine Is Yours pod on TikTok and Instagram as well. Yeah. And then wherever you listen to your podcast, that's where we're at, man.
We'll put the pod in the bio as well.
Thank you very much.
And we'll put on the cards on like YouTube and that.
Lovely.
Calm. Say no more, bro. But thank you very much. Obviously, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of those things. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Calm.